guys, so I'm here to do my kind of we're now 11-week update. So before I begin this video, I will start off by saying I haven't actually had a scan yet. Or no, tell a lie. I have had a scan. Here you go. Here's little bean. Yeah, I have had a little scan there. And that was done at 6 weeks. That scan, because I did have a slight bleed, and so they decided to send me in for a scan, but I haven't had a scan since, because going from that date they will now push my 12-week scan to 14 weeks because I've already had a scan at 6 weeks, so that's kind of the way they do it. So I now have to wait until like the 3rd of May, I think my next scan is. I do have a home Doppler, I have a sonoline bead Doppler, and I have heard a heartbeat every single day so far. The heartbeat's quite strong, around 167. I will say, if you do have a Doppler, don't take it too kind of seriously. If you've got any concerns or anxieties, just because you can hear a heartbeat doesn't mean there's something that's not right. So, you know, maybe I am being a bit risky probably telling you this, but no matter what happens in this pregnancy, I would have told you anyway. So maybe it's nice to kind of have you guys on board to support me, you know, should, touch wood, hopefully nothing will go wrong, but you know, if it does, then I know that you guys are here. Let's talk about positive things. Sorry, I have a little list on my phone that I've kind of kept of symptoms, and they are very different to when I was pregnant with Sebastian. So when I was pregnant with Sebastian, when I didn't actually track my ovulation, I did on an app, but I waited till the day that my period was due. They were always kind of a little bit irregular then, so I had seen a little bit of spotting earlier on and assumed that my period was coming. I remember also that day, it was a Sunday, I was really crampy, and the day before I was really crampy, so I really felt like my period was coming. I was lying on the grass on this particular Sunday. I think I may have been a day late, or I was due my period, I can't remember. And I was laid on the grass and my boobs were absolutely killing. I couldn't lie on them. They were really painful. So that's when I decided to do a test, and it came back positive. Also on that day before I did the test, I constantly needed to go for a wee. I was up and down going to the toilet. I didn't have any of that this time. So at week 4, I did have some mouth ulcers, and mild nausea. I didn't get nausea when I was pregnant with Sebastian until about 6 weeks, but I did get nausea quite early on, this time at around 4 weeks. I also had really severe anxiety, it was quite, again, I really thought I was going to have another pregnancy where I was doing scans every 5 minutes like I did with Seb, but I tried to kind of ground myself and stuff. So other than that, that's kind of the only symptoms I've got written down. I didn't feel like I needed to go for a wee all the time. I didn't feel like my boobs didn't hurt or anything like that. They were a little bit tender maybe, but nothing out of the ordinary. I just felt quite nauseous, like really nauseous. Okay, by week 5, nausea had really escalated, and I felt really nauseous. I was having really bad cramps. I remember week 4 as well, I had quite bad cramps. Around that time, I was just very crampy. I had mildly sore boobs, but nothing crazy, and pain on one side as well. So that is another reason why I ended up going and having a scan, because I thought that maybe I had like a cyst, which is what I had. What are they called again? The Corpus Luteum cysts, I think they're called. I had one of those with Sebastian, which eventually went away. I thought I had one this time because of the pain on one side, but I'm thinking it might just have been implantation or something. And it was on my right side, which is why I think that I'm having a boy, because according to the Ramsay theory, if your placenta is on the right hand side, then you're having a boy, and that was true for Sebastian, and 97% accuracy, but who knows, you never know, I could be completely wrong. I also again had very extreme anxiety, which was horrible. Then week 6 was kind of the same, but then I went for the scan, so I was really crampy, I was very nauseous, but I went for the scan, and I did feel a little bit better, and I sort of asked her, I was like, so, you know, I need statistics, like I very much live off statistics, which is really bad. It's not really a good way to kind of look at things, but I was like, so statistically, what's the probability of, you know, this baby like actually being viable? And she was like, well, you know, we can't tell you anything can happen from this point. And then and I was like, oh no. So, I have still been really anxious, but hearing a heartbeat has been a little bit of comfort, or quite a lot of comfort, I suppose. Now we're coming into week 7. So right through from week 7 to now, I have had very severe, I don't know maybe about severe nausea, but I have had quite severe nausea. And that's been something that's been ongoing. Week 7, the cramping kind of stopped. But I still don't feel the need to like wee all the time, but it is the nausea that's mainly the main symptom, really. That's kind of it. Last week at week 10 I suddenly started to, and week 9 and 10, as well as the nausea, which was really debilitating, I felt really, really fatigued, like so tired. Last week when we went to the lakes, there was a day when I just didn't even feel like I could walk after Sebastian. We'd had like a busy morning, and then Sebastian went down for a nap and we went for a drive, and I was like, Chris, I think we're gonna have to pull over and like I'm gonna have to nap. But Sebastian had other ideas. He wouldn't go back to sleep. He was absolutely shattered and we were shattered. I had a terrible headache. Chris had a headache. I felt so tired. It was all just really, really hard work. So that wasn't the greatest, that wasn't the greatest day of our trip. But I just remember feeling so exhausted. Food-wise, it's the same as with Sebastian. I've gone off a lot of things. I seem to have gone off some chocolate. Sometimes I decide I like chocolate, sometimes I really don't. I've been drinking a little bit more herbal tea. Sometimes I really don't fancy tea, whereas normally I used to love normal English tea all the time. I've also, I don't know if you can hear, I'm quite kind of out of breath. I've been really bunged up and congested. I have constantly had a cold, though now I don't know if I'm coming to the end of this cold. This is like the 3rd one I've had, or whether it is just congestion because of pregnancy, because pregnancy can do that. So I've really been wanting sweet things, cereals, yogurts, Muller ice yogurts like I did with Sebastian. Savoury foods, not so much. However, I absolutely love cucumber with lime, or sucking on a lime with, I've got this like Mexican chili powder that's like, it's an infusion of chili, lime and salt, and it's like, I love the stuff. It's amazing. I have it on everything and I can't get enough of that. I just want it. I've started carrying it around in my handbag because I need it all the time. So it's that soury sort of stuff and sweet most of the time. I seem to have gone off food quite a bit. However, I feel like I'm putting on so much weight. I started off at, I think, 52 kilograms when I found out I was pregnant, and I know that I had put on quite a bit of weight on the run up to it because I had weaned myself off an antidepressant that I took for my postnatal depression, and it kind of started then. But then I didn't gain any weight until week 9, and then week 10, and then I went up to like 54, which according to my app says that I've shot up in weight, but to me like that doesn't seem like it's that much, because like obviously I'm very bloated and retaining fluid. I don't know, but I feel very big. I feel very uncomfortable. My bump is showing so much more this time. I'll show you my bump at the end, but last time I didn't show like this until I was about 15 weeks, and now I'm showing at like 11 weeks, and it's getting hard to like hide. My boobs are also really big, and I just feel like just big and horrible. So I'm gonna have to go shopping and get some more clothes as well. And we're kind of coming into a funny season. We're coming into spring in the UK, and one minute it's really nice and warm, and next minute it's freezing cold, and you don't know what to do, you don't know what to wear. This country, the climate needs to sort itself out. So that's basically my 10 to 11 week symptoms. It's not really like a lot, but I have, the main thing has been the nausea and the feeling sick, and I've been retching a lot. But little things will make me just be like, bleh. It's just not a nice feeling. And also the combination, which this has been really horrible as well, because I'm very anxious about Chris, it's making me feel really sick because of anxiety. And I wouldn't normally feel sick because of anxiety, but because I feel sick already, the tiniest things set me off. So I've been feeling really, that's made it worse. It's the anxiety and worry about Chris that's made it worse. So that's not been great. But fingers crossed all is okay. I'm tempted to get an early scan, but I'm gonna try and wait out. Fingers crossed everything's okay at 14 weeks. So that's that. I'm going to go ahead now and film my 2-week wait symptoms. A lot of people are going to wonder what's going on with that. I will be doing a week by week bump date. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you like this video, please click like, please click like. That means a lot to me when you click like. If you click like, I feel really happy, and it brings us good luck. So please click like. And yeah, if you want to contact me, I keep meaning to leave my email below. If you want to contact me, I have a business email below, and I'll leave that in the description bar. You can contact me however you so wish. Anyway, take care. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Here's me all like and here is the bump. Might not seem big, but for me it's humongous because, should I come a bit closer? For me it's massive. I was nothing like this at 11 weeks with Sebastian. I was really like with Sebastian, but yeah, now I just feel really fat and horrible. But yeah, so there's the bump. See you guys soon.